What happens when we die? This question, ancient and profound, has woven itself into the fabric of human thought across all ages and cultures. It is not merely a query, but a longing, a yearning to pierce the veil that separates life from the unknown beyond. Our near-death experiences, those extraordinary accounts from individuals who have walked the thin line between life and death, mere phantoms conjured by a desperate mind? Or are they, in some mysterious way, glimpses into the afterlife? Consider the stories of those who have returned from the brink of death. These tales, filled with visions of radiant tunnels, reunions with loved ones long past, and a deep, pervasive sense of peace, compel us to rethink our understanding of existence. Are these experiences simply the final flickers of a dying brain, or do they hold the promise of a greater reality? In this video, we embark on a journey into the enigmatic world of near-death experiences. We will not only listen to the vivid personal accounts that have captivated hearts and minds, but also scrutinize the scientific investigations that seek to demystify these profound events. Furthermore, we will delve into the spiritual and theological implications, pondering the deep questions they raise about life, death, and what lies beyond. Wait until the end of the video, as we will say a prayer together. Join us as we explore these remarkable experiences and what they might reveal about the mysteries that surround our existence. For in this quest, we may find ourselves closer to the answers that humanity has sought for centuries. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. John 14:2. For to me to live is Christ and to die is gain. Philippians 1:21. In this video, we will explore the phenomenon of near-death experiences, examining both the scientific explanations and the spiritual implications. Our aim is to uncover the truth behind these extraordinary occurrences by delving into personal testimonies, scientific research, and theological perspectives. We begin with the personal stories of individuals who have experienced near-death encounters. These narratives provide a first-hand look at the common themes and transformative impacts of these events. Each account, unique in its details yet similar in its essence, offers us a window into experiences that transcend ordinary life. Next, we venture into the realm of scientific studies. Here, we explore medical explanations, neurological studies, and psychological theories that seek to explain the phenomena of near-death experiences. We examine how the brain and body react during such moments, and consider whether these experiences can be fully accounted for by science alone. Finally, we turn to the spiritual and theological dimensions. By comparing perspectives from various religious traditions and theological debates, we contemplate how these experiences fit within broader spiritual beliefs. We reflect on the profound questions they raise about life, death, and the possibility of an afterlife. Through this exploration, we hope to foster a deeper understanding and appreciation of the mysteries of life and death. We invite you to join us on this journey from the realm of medical science to the heart of spiritual beliefs, ending with a reflection on what these experiences mean for us all. In this quest for understanding, may we find ourselves closer to the answers that have eluded humanity for centuries. Let us now turn our attention to the remarkable stories of individuals who have traversed the threshold of life and death, only to return with tales that challenge our understanding of existence itself. These narratives are not mere anecdotes, but profound experiences that have left an indelible mark on the lives of those who lived them. One of the most commonly reported elements in near-death experiences is the sensation of traveling through a tunnel of light. Imagine, if you will, the scene. A person, perhaps in the throes of a severe illness or following a catastrophic accident, finds themselves enveloped in darkness. Yet, within this darkness, there emerges a pinpoint of light, This light grows steadily, drawing them towards it with an irresistible pull. It is not a harsh, blinding light, but a warm, inviting glow that seems to promise peace and understanding. This tunnel of light is a recurring motif, suggesting a passageway between our world and another realm. Another frequent element in these experiences is the encounter with deceased loved ones. Picture, for instance, a man who, on the verge of death, finds himself standing in a serene, ethereal landscape. Before him appear his parents, long since passed away, yet radiant and whole. They speak to him, not with words, but with a profound sense of communication that transcends language. There is a sense of reunion, of unfinished business being resolved, and of a deep, abiding peace that envelops these encounters. Such meetings often leave the individual with a renewed sense of connection to those who have gone before, reinforcing the belief in a continuation beyond this life. Consider the story of a woman named Mary, who, after a severe car accident, found herself floating above her own body. From this vantage point, she could see the frantic efforts of the medical team trying to save her. Yet she felt no fear or pain, only a calm detachment. As she hovered there, she was drawn towards a brilliant light and felt herself enveloped in a sense of unconditional love and acceptance. In that moment, all her earthly concerns seemed trivial. She encountered a being of light who communicated to her that it was not her time yet and that she must return. Upon awakening, Mary's outlook on life was forever changed. She spoke of having been given a glimpse of a higher reality, one that made her more compassionate and less fearful of death. The impact of these experiences on the lives of those who have them is often profound. Many report a dramatic shift in their priorities and values. Take John, a man who lived a life focused on material success and personal ambition. After a near-death experience during a heart attack, where he felt enveloped by an overwhelming sense of peace and saw a review of his life, John found himself re-evaluating what truly mattered. He became more focused on relationships, kindness, and spiritual growth. The experience instilled in him a deep sense of purpose and a belief that there is more to life than what we see. Similarly, Emily, who had a near-death experience during childbirth, described a journey through a tunnel towards a radiant light, where she felt an immense sense of love and belonging. She encountered a presence that exuded wisdom and compassion, which reassured her and provided answers to questions she had long pondered. Upon her return, Emily felt a renewed sense of peace and a profound belief in the continuity of the soul. Her experience diminished her fear of death and transformed her approach to living, making her more mindful and appreciative of each moment. These personal reflections on the meaning and significance of near-death experiences reveal a common thread, a transformative effect that shifts the individual's perspective on life and death. The experiences often lead to a deeper appreciation for life, a stronger sense of connection with others, and a more profound belief in a reality beyond our own. They serve as powerful reminders of the mysteries that lie at the boundaries of our understanding and invite us to explore these mysteries with an open heart and mind. Let us now turn our attention to the common elements that emerge from the myriad accounts of near-death experiences. These recurring themes offer us a glimpse into a realm that, while shrouded in mystery, exhibits a remarkable consistency across different individual testimonies. One of the most striking and frequently reported elements is the phenomenon of the tunnel of light. Many individuals describe being drawn towards a radiant light at the end of a tunnel, an experience that seems to transcend cultural and religious boundaries. Imagine a person lying on the brink of death, surrounded by the chaos of medical intervention or the serene quiet of solitude. Suddenly, the darkness around them is pierced by a point of light. This light grows in intensity, not blinding, but inviting, casting a warm glow that instills a sense of peace and familiarity. It is as if this light is calling them home, guiding them towards something beyond the veil of our earthly existence. Another common theme is the encounter with deceased loved ones. Individuals often report meeting family members or friends who have passed away, finding them in a state of perfect health and happiness. These encounters are not mere visual hallucinations. They are profound, emotional reunions filled with unspoken communication and understanding. Picture, if you will, a man who, in the throes of a near-death experience, sees his mother who had passed away many years before. She appears to him, radiant and whole, her presence filled with a love that transcends words. This encounter reassures him, offering comfort and a sense of continuity beyond physical death. Many near-death experiences also include a life review, where individuals see significant moments of their lives flash before their eyes. This review is not judgmental, but rather an opportunity to reflect on one's actions and their impact on others. Imagine a woman who, during her near-death experience, sees a panorama of her life. She witnesses her joys and sorrows, her kindnesses and regrets, all played out before her. This life review often brings about a profound sense of understanding and a desire for spiritual growth upon returning to life. While these themes are common, it is important to recognize the diversity of near-death experiences across different cultures and religions. Cultural and religious backgrounds can significantly influence the specific details of these experiences. For instance, individuals from Christian backgrounds often report seeing Jesus or angels, and their experiences might align closely with biblical descriptions of the afterlife. In contrast, those from Hindu backgrounds might describe encounters with deities such as Krishna or Vishnu, and their visions may reflect the metaphysical landscapes described in Hindu scriptures. Consider a devout Hindu man who, during his near-death experience, finds himself in a beautiful, lush garden, greeted by Krishna playing his flute. This vision, steeped in his cultural and religious context, provides him with a profound sense of peace and assurance of a divine presence. Similarly, individuals from Buddhist cultures might describe experiences that align with the concepts of karma and rebirth. They may encounter bodhisattvas or experience a sense of merging with the universal consciousness. Imagine a Buddhist woman who, during her near-death experience, finds herself in a state of boundless light and compassion, surrounded by the serene presence of Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva of compassion. This vision aligns with her spiritual beliefs and provides her with deep spiritual insights. These variations highlight the role of cultural and religious frameworks in shaping the near-death experience. They suggest that while the core elements of these experiences may be universal, the specific manifestations are colored by the individual's belief system and cultural background. This diversity enriches our understanding of near-death experiences, showing us that the human quest for meaning and the encounter with the divine is a universal journey, expressed in myriad forms. In contemplating these common and diverse elements, we are invited to reflect on the profound mysteries of existence. Near-death experiences, whether viewed through the lens of science or spirituality, offer us glimpses into a reality that transcends our everyday understanding. They challenge us to consider the possibility of an afterlife, the continuity of the soul, and the enduring nature of love and connection. As we delve deeper into these experiences, we are reminded of the words of C.S. Lewis, who so eloquently spoke of the eternal longing within the human heart for something beyond the temporal world. Near-death experiences, with their recurring themes and cultural variations, echo this longing and offer us a tantalizing glimpse of the greater reality that lies beyond the horizon of our earthly lives. To understand the phenomenon of near-death experiences from a scientific perspective, we must first explore the physiological responses that occur during such events. The human brain, a marvel of complexity and the seat of our consciousness, undergoes significant changes when faced with the brink of death. When the body is subjected to extreme stress, such as severe trauma, cardiac arrest, or other life-threatening conditions, it triggers a cascade of physiological reactions. One of the most critical aspects to consider is the brain's response to a lack of oxygen, known as hypoxia. The brain, which demands a continuous and ample supply of oxygen to function correctly, begins to shut down non-essential functions to preserve vital processes. This deprivation can lead to a state where normal neural activity is disrupted and the boundaries between reality and illusion blur. In these moments of crisis, the brain releases a flood of neurochemicals, including endorphins and other neurotransmitters, which can produce vivid and profound experiences. These chemicals, intended to alleviate pain and induce a sense of calm, can also generate hallucinations. For instance, the release of dimethyltryptamine, DMT, a powerful psychedelic compound naturally occurring in the brain, is believed to contribute to the intense visual and emotional experiences reported during near-death experiences. The phenomenon of a tunnel of light, often described by those who have had near-death experiences, can be partially explained by the physiology of vision. Under extreme stress, the cells in the retina might behave irregularly, leading to the perception of a narrowing tunnel surrounded by light. This visual effect, combined with the brain's attempt to make sense of the chaos, creates the sensation of moving towards a bright light. Scientific research into near-death experiences has made significant strides, employing advanced technologies to unravel the mysteries of the brain. Neurological studies, utilizing brain imaging techniques such as functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, and electroencephalography, EEG, provide insights into the brain's activity during these extraordinary events. One key study involved monitoring the brain activity of patients undergoing cardiac arrest. Researchers found that even after the heart stops, the brain exhibits a burst of synchronized activity. This surge, often occurring within the first few minutes after cardiac arrest, could explain the heightened sensory perceptions and vivid experiences reported by survivors. The brain's attempt to process and interpret these intense signals might manifest as near-death experiences. Another intriguing area of research focuses on the temporal lobe, a region of the brain associated with processing sensory input and memory. Stimulating the temporal lobe can induce experiences remarkably similar to near-death experiences, such as out-of-body sensations and vivid visions. This suggests that near-death experiences might arise from the brain's inherent mechanisms under extreme conditions. Further studies have explored the role of the brain's default mode network, DMN, a network of interacting brain regions known to be active during introspective and self-referential thoughts. During near-death experiences, the DMN may become hyperactive, creating a state where individuals feel detached from their physical bodies and experience a sense of unity with the universe. This detachment, often described as an out-of-body experience, aligns with the accounts of many who have faced the edge of life and death. The field of neurotheology, which examines the relationship between neurological processes and spiritual experiences, provides additional insights. Researchers in this domain investigate how the brain's structure and function correlate with profound spiritual and mystical experiences, including those encountered during near-death events. Their findings suggest that certain brain states, induced by extreme stress or other means, can facilitate experiences that individuals interpret as spiritual or transcendent. In summary, while scientific explanations can shed light on the physiological and neurological processes underlying near-death experiences, they do not diminish the profound impact these events have on individuals. The interplay between brain chemistry, neural activity, and human consciousness creates a tapestry of experiences that, while rooted in biology, transcend mere physical explanations. These scientific perspectives enrich our understanding, providing a foundation upon which we can build a deeper exploration of the spiritual and existential questions that near-death experiences inevitably raise. By examining the physiological responses and neurological studies, we gain valuable insights into the brain's remarkable capabilities and its profound reactions to the brink of death. This understanding, while rooted in the scientific, invites us to ponder the greater mysteries of consciousness and existence, opening the door to a deeper appreciation of the extraordinary experiences reported by those who have ventured to the edge of life and returned. To explore the phenomenon of near-death experiences through the lens of psychology is to delve into the intricate workings of the human mind under extreme conditions. When confronted with the precipice of death, the brain embarks on a journey that is both complex and deeply revealing of our inner world. One psychological explanation for near-death experiences focuses on the brain's cognitive and emotional responses to extreme stress. In moments of acute crisis, such as those involving severe injury or life-threatening situations, the brain employs a variety of coping mechanisms to manage the overwhelming fear and anxiety. These mechanisms can include dissociation, where the mind creates a sense of detachment from the body and the immediate surroundings. This out-of-body experience is not merely a flight of fancy, but a profound psychological response designed to protect the self from unbearable stress. The phenomenon known as the life review or the panoramic memory recall, often described in near-death experiences, can be understood through cognitive psychology. This process may be the brain's way of rapidly processing a vast amount of autobiographical information in an attempt to make sense of one's life as it seemingly draws to a close. The vivid and rapid recollection of past events might be triggered by the brain's heightened state of arousal and the release of stress hormones, which can enhance memory retrieval and emotional intensity. Additionally, the sensation of traveling through a tunnel towards a bright light, frequently reported by those who have had near-death experiences, can be examined through the study of visual and neurological functions. Under extreme conditions, such as a lack of oxygen or severe stress, the visual cortex may produce images that are interpreted as a tunnel of light. This optical illusion, combined with the brain's attempt to create a coherent narrative from chaotic sensory inputs, results in the perception of moving towards a luminous endpoint. The emotional content of near-death experiences, characterized by feelings of peace, love, and transcendence, can also be explained by the brain's neurochemical responses. In times of extreme stress, the brain releases a cocktail of neurotransmitters, including endorphins and serotonin, which can induce a state of euphoria and reduce the perception of pain. This biochemical response, aimed at alleviating suffering, can create the profound emotional experiences reported by individuals who have come close to death. Skeptics of the spiritual interpretation of near-death experiences argue that these phenomena can be fully explained by psychological and physiological processes. They posit that near-death experiences are not glimpses into an afterlife, but rather the natural byproducts of a brain in crisis. One skeptical viewpoint is that near-death experiences are akin to hallucinations or vivid dreams induced by the brain's response to extreme stress. Under conditions such as cardiac arrest or severe trauma, the brain's normal functions are disrupted, leading to altered states of consciousness. These states can produce realistic and emotionally charged experiences that are misinterpreted as supernatural or otherworldly. Skeptics also point to the variability and cultural specificity of near-death experiences as evidence that they are products of the mind rather than windows into a universal afterlife. They argue that if near-death experiences were truly glimpses of an afterlife, there would be more consistency across different cultures and belief systems. Instead, the content of these experiences often reflects the individual's cultural background and personal beliefs, suggesting that they are shaped by the brain's interpretation of familiar symbols and narratives. Furthermore, the argument is made that the physiological effects of a dying brain, such as oxygen deprivation and the release of neurochemicals, can account for the vivid and sometimes spiritual experiences reported. For instance, the sensation of floating above one's body, often described in out-of-body experiences, can be replicated through certain forms of brain stimulation. indicating that such experiences are rooted in neurological processes rather than external realities. In their critical analysis, skeptics challenge the notion that near-death experiences provide evidence of an afterlife. They emphasize the importance of empirical evidence and the need for rigorous scientific investigation to understand these phenomena. While acknowledging the profound impact of near-death experiences on individuals, they caution against drawing definitive conclusions about their spiritual significance based solely on subjective reports. The psychological theories surrounding near-death experiences offer a compelling framework for understanding these complex and deeply personal events. By examining the cognitive and emotional factors at play, as well as the skeptical viewpoints, we gain a richer perspective on the human mind's extraordinary capacity to navigate the boundaries of life and death. These insights, grounded in the scientific study of psychology, invite us to appreciate the intricate interplay between the brain and consciousness, while remaining open to the profound mysteries that near-death experiences continue to present. In the Christian tradition, near-death experiences often align closely with the beliefs and teachings found within the Bible. Christianity, with its rich tapestry of theological concepts and eschatological promises, provides a framework within which many near-death experiences can be understood. Consider the experiences of those who report encountering a bright, loving presence often interpreted as Jesus Christ. These accounts resonate deeply with Christian teachings about the compassionate and welcoming nature of Christ. The Bible is replete with passages that speak to the eternal life and the presence of Christ in the afterlife. For instance, in the Gospel of John, Jesus comforts his disciples with the words, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you." John 14:2. This assurance of a prepared place in the afterlife echoes the experiences of those who describe feeling welcomed and loved in their near-death encounters. Moreover, the vision of a heavenly realm filled with light and peace aligns with descriptions found in Christian eschatology. The Book of Revelation provides vivid imagery of the afterlife, depicting a new heaven and a new earth, where sorrow and pain are no more. Near-death experiences often include elements such as meeting deceased loved ones and feeling an overwhelming sense of peace, which are consistent with the Christian hope of eternal life and reunion in the presence of God. The theological implications of these experiences can be profound. They serve as modern affirmations of ancient promises, reinforcing the faith of believers. When individuals report seeing angels or hearing divine messages during their near-death experiences, it strengthens the Christian narrative of a personal and loving God who intervenes in human affairs. These testimonies often lead to renewed faith and a deeper commitment to spiritual practices among those who have experienced them. While near-death experiences in a Christian context are often framed within the specific tenets of the faith, similar phenomena occur across various religious traditions, each interpreted through their unique doctrinal lenses. In Islam, for example, the concept of the afterlife is central, with detailed descriptions of paradise and the journey of the soul after death. Muslims who have had near-death experiences might report encounters with figures such as the angel Azrael, who is believed to be responsible for taking souls at the time of death. These experiences can be profoundly influenced by Islamic teachings about the afterlife and the transition from this world to the next. The Quran speaks of gardens beneath which rivers flow, a recurrent image in the visions of those who have faced near death, offering a glimpse of the paradise that awaits the faithful. Hinduism, with its rich and diverse cosmology, also provides a framework for understanding near-death experiences. The concept of reincarnation and the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth is fundamental. Near-death experiences in Hindu contexts often involve visions of Yama, the god of death, or encounters with divine beings such as Krishna or Shiva. The Bhagavad Gita, a sacred text in Hinduism, describes the soul's journey and the vision of a higher reality. which can resonate deeply with those who report near-death experiences. The profound peace and the light seen during these experiences are sometimes interpreted as glimpses of Brahman, the ultimate reality in Hindu philosophy. Buddhism offers yet another perspective, focusing on the nature of consciousness and the process of dying. Near-death experiences among Buddhists may include visions that align with the Bardo Thodol, commonly known as the Tibetan Book of the Dead, which describes the various stages the soul passes through after death. Encounters with peaceful and wrathful deities, as described in these texts, can mirror the experiences reported by those who have come close to death. These visions are often seen as opportunities for enlightenment and liberation from the cycle of rebirth. Despite the diversity in religious interpretations, a common thread runs through these experiences: the encounter with a higher reality that transcends ordinary life. Whether framed within the context of Christian heaven, Islamic paradise, Hindu reincarnation, or Buddhist enlightenment, near-death experiences offer profound spiritual insights and affirm the deeply held beliefs of these traditions. In exploring these religious perspectives, we find that near-death experiences serve as a bridge between the known and the unknown, providing comfort, hope, and sometimes even proof of the spiritual teachings that have guided humanity for millennia. They challenge us to consider the possibility of an existence beyond this life and to reflect on the universal quest for understanding the divine. The phenomenon of near-death experiences, NDEs, has sparked significant theological debate across various religious traditions. These debates often center around whether these experiences provide credible evidence of an afterlife or if they can be explained by naturalistic means. Within Christianity, theologians have long debated the implications of NDEs. Some interpret these experiences as affirmations of the biblical descriptions of heaven and the afterlife. The vivid encounters with bright light, angelic beings, and deceased loved ones resonate with the Christian hope of eternal life as depicted in scriptures like Revelation, which describes a new heaven and a new earth. Proponents argue that these experiences serve as modern-day confirmations of ancient promises, strengthening the faith of believers and providing comfort about the reality of heaven. However, there are also voices within the Christian community that urge caution. Skeptical theologians argue that while NDEs can be profoundly moving, they should not be taken as definitive proof of an afterlife. They highlight the subjective nature of these experiences and the potential for them to be influenced by cultural and psychological factors. For instance, the Apostle Paul, in his second letter to the Corinthians, speaks of visions and revelations, but also warns against being swayed by experiences that cannot be tested against scripture and doctrine. Islamic theology similarly grapples with the implications of NDEs. The Quran provides detailed descriptions of the afterlife, including the journey of the soul and the final judgment. Some Muslim scholars view NDEs as glimpses into these Quranic promises, offering believers reassurance of the afterlife's reality. Encounters with angels or a divine presence align with Islamic teachings about the soul's journey after death. Yet, others caution against over-reliance on these subjective experiences, emphasizing that true knowledge of the afterlife comes from divine revelation rather than personal anecdotes. Hindu and Buddhist interpretations of NDEs are also diverse. In Hinduism, the experiences often align with the concepts of karma and reincarnation. Some see these experiences as the soul's journey through different planes of existence, consistent with the Upanishads' teachings about the cyclical nature of life and death. Buddhist perspectives might interpret NDEs as glimpses into the Bardo, the intermediate state between death and rebirth described in Tibetan Buddhism. These experiences can be seen as opportunities for achieving enlightenment and breaking free from the cycle of samsara. However, both traditions also recognize the influence of the mind's state and the individual's karmic imprints, suggesting that while NDEs can be insightful, they are not the ultimate proof of metaphysical truths. NDEs share remarkable similarities with mystical experiences described in various religious texts. In Christianity, the mystical visions of saints and mystics often parallel the elements of NDEs. Julian of Norwich, a 14th-century Christian mystic, wrote of her visions of Christ and heaven, which bear resemblance to modern NDE accounts. These mystical experiences, characterized by profound peace, divine encounters, and a sense of unity with God, have been historically accepted as genuine spiritual experiences that offer insight into the divine. In the Sufi tradition of Islam, mystical experiences also share commonalities with NDEs. Sufis describe profound encounters with the divine, moments of spiritual ecstasy, and visions of heavenly realms. These experiences are often pursued through rigorous spiritual practices and are considered as moments of divine grace that provide a deeper understanding of God and the soul's ultimate destiny. Hindu and Buddhist mysticism similarly report experiences that mirror those found in NDEs. In Hinduism, the deep meditative states described in the Yoga Sutras can lead to visions of divine beings and a profound sense of unity with the cosmos. The Upanishads speak of states of consciousness where the soul experiences its true nature and its connection to the divine, experiences that are echoed in many NDE accounts. In Buddhism, the states of samadhi and the insights gained during deep meditation can lead to experiences of enlightenment and visions of transcendent realities, paralleling the transformative nature of NDEs. Despite these similarities, there are important differences between NDEs and traditional mystical experiences. Mystical experiences often occur within the context of a disciplined spiritual practice and are sought through intentional efforts to connect with the divine. In contrast, NDEs are typically spontaneous and occur without warning, often triggered by extreme physical trauma or medical conditions. The similarities and differences between NDEs and mystical experiences highlight the complex interplay between human consciousness and the divine. Both types of experiences challenge our understanding of reality and offer profound insights into the nature of existence. They invite us to consider the possibility that the boundaries between life and death, the material and the spiritual, are not as rigid as they seem. The theological debate surrounding NDEs and their relationship to mystical experiences underscore the richness and diversity of human spiritual experience. Whether interpreted as glimpses of an afterlife, manifestations of the mind under stress, or genuine mystical encounters, NDEs continue to captivate and challenge our understanding of the divine. They invite us to explore the profound mysteries of existence and to consider the possibility that our journey does not end with death, but continues into realms beyond our current comprehension. The transformative power of near-death experiences, NDEs, often extends beyond the immediate moments of crisis, profoundly influencing the personal faith journeys of those who have undergone these extraordinary events. Individuals who report NDEs frequently describe a deepened spiritual awareness and a renewed sense of purpose, which significantly impact their beliefs and practices. Consider the story of John, a man who experienced a near-death episode during a severe heart attack. In his moment of crisis, he perceived himself being drawn through a tunnel of light and into the presence of a radiant being who exuded an overwhelming sense of love and peace. This encounter, which he interpreted as meeting Jesus Christ, transformed John's outlook on life. Before the experience, he had been somewhat indifferent to spiritual matters, but following his NDE, he felt a profound connection to God and an urgent desire to live according to Christian principles. His faith, once lukewarm, became a central pillar of his existence, guiding his actions and decisions. Similarly, Emily, a woman who had an NDE during childbirth, described her encounter with deceased relatives who comforted her and assured her that it was not yet her time to die. This experience dissolved her fear of death and reinforced her belief in an afterlife. Emily's renewed faith led her to become more active in her church community, sharing her story to inspire others and offering support to those grappling with loss and the fear of death. The personal testimonies of those who have had NDEs often include reflections on the profound sense of peace, unconditional love, and unity with the divine that they experienced. These elements of NDEs resonate deeply with the core teachings of many religious traditions, reinforcing and sometimes revitalizing the individual's faith. The sense of having been granted a second chance at life often comes with a commitment to live more virtuously, to cherish relationships, and to engage in acts of compassion and service. The broader implications of NDEs on religious doctrines and community beliefs are equally significant. As these experiences become more widely reported and studied, they challenge and, in some cases, reinforce existing theological views. In the Christian community, NDEs are often seen as evidence supporting biblical teachings about the afterlife. The vivid descriptions of heavenly realms, angelic beings, and encounters with Christ align with scriptural promises and eschatological visions found in the Bible. These accounts can bolster the faith of believers, providing contemporary affirmations of ancient truths. However, they also pose challenges, especially when experiences do not conform to traditional theological expectations. Some NDEs, for instance, describe elements that are not easily reconciled with conventional Christian doctrines, prompting theologians to re-examine and expand their interpretations of the afterlife. In Islamic communities, NDEs can reinforce the detailed descriptions of the afterlife found in the Quran. Encounters with divine beings and visions of paradise often reflect Islamic teachings, offering believers additional reassurance of their faith's tenets. Yet, like in Christianity, variations in these experiences can lead to theological debates and a deeper exploration of eschatological concepts. Hinduism and Buddhism, with their rich traditions of mystical experiences and detailed cosmologies, find that NDEs often complement their spiritual teachings. The experiences of journeying through various realms, encountering deities, and understanding the transient nature of life align well with the doctrines of karma and reincarnation. These experiences can deepen practitioners' commitment to spiritual practices aimed at enlightenment and liberation. The community impact of NDEs extends beyond doctrinal reinforcement. These experiences often lead to a more compassionate and inclusive religious environment. Individuals who have undergone NDEs frequently report a greater sense of unity with all humanity and a reduced emphasis on sectarian differences. This shift in perspective can encourage religious communities to focus more on the universal aspects of their teachings, fostering interfaith dialogue and cooperation. Moreover, NDEs have the potential to influence religious doctrines over time. As more individuals share their experiences, religious leaders and scholars may incorporate these contemporary testimonies into their theological frameworks, leading to an evolving understanding of the afterlife and the divine. This dynamic process reflects the living nature of religious traditions, which continually adapt and grow in response to new insights and experiences. Near-death experiences profoundly impact both personal faith journeys and broader religious doctrines. They offer individuals a renewed sense of purpose and spiritual insight, while challenging religious communities to expand their understanding of the divine and the afterlife. Through these experiences, we are reminded of the enduring mysteries that lie at the heart of human existence and the ever-present possibility of encountering the transcendent. In our exploration of near-death experiences, NDEs, we find ourselves at the crossroads of science and spirituality, two realms often perceived as divergent yet deeply interconnected. The scientific perspective seeks to understand the mechanisms behind these extraordinary events, while the spiritual perspective contemplates their profound meaning. The task before us is to harmonize these perspectives, recognizing that each offers valuable insights into the mysteries of existence. Science, with its rigorous methodologies and empirical evidence, provides us with a framework to explore the physiological and neurological aspects of NDEs. Through advanced imaging technologies and clinical studies, we have begun to map the brain's activities during these experiences, uncovering the intricate dance of neurons and neurochemicals that accompany moments of profound consciousness. The scientific lens allows us to see how oxygen deprivation, endorphin release, and altered brain states can produce vivid and life-changing experiences. Yet science alone does not capture the entirety of the human experience. Spirituality, with its rich tapestry of traditions and beliefs, offers a complementary perspective that delves into the meaning and purpose of these experiences. NDEs often evoke a sense of the divine, a connection to a higher reality that transcends the material world. They speak to the heart and soul, providing comfort, hope, and a profound sense of peace. Bridging the gap between science and spirituality requires an open-minded approach, one that respects the contributions of both perspectives. Scholars and thought leaders from diverse fields advocate for an integrative approach that acknowledges the validity of scientific findings while also embracing the spiritual dimensions of human experience. This holistic view encourages us to see NDEs not as mere biological phenomena, but as deeply meaningful events that touch on the essence of what it means to be human. One compelling insight from this integrative approach is the recognition that the brain and consciousness are not mutually exclusive entities. The brain, as the seat of our sensory experiences and cognitive functions, serves as a conduit for consciousness, which some argue may extend beyond the confines of our physical form. This perspective aligns with certain spiritual teachings that view the mind and soul as interconnected yet distinct from the body. In contemplating the integration of science and spirituality, we are reminded of the words of C.S. Lewis, who often spoke of the harmony between reason and faith. Lewis argued that true understanding comes from recognizing the interplay between our rational faculties and our spiritual intuition. In the context of NDEs, this means valuing the empirical evidence provided by science, while also honoring the transformative spiritual insights that these experiences bring. The journey toward a deeper understanding of NDEs is ongoing, and future research will play a crucial role in advancing our knowledge. The importance of interdisciplinary studies cannot be overstated. By bringing together scientists, theologians, psychologists, and philosophers, we can foster a collaborative environment where different perspectives enrich our collective understanding. Encouraging open-minded exploration is key. Researchers must be willing to venture beyond traditional boundaries, to ask bold questions, and consider unconventional hypotheses. This spirit of inquiry will drive the development of new methodologies and innovative approaches to studying NDEs. One promising area of research is the continued use of advanced neuroimaging techniques. Functional MRI and other brain scanning technologies have already provided valuable insights into the neural correlates of NDEs. Future studies could build on this foundation, exploring the specific brain regions and networks involved in these experiences. Understanding the precise neural mechanisms can shed light on how the brain creates the profound sensations and perceptions reported by those who have had NDEs. Another critical avenue for research is the examination of cultural and religious influences on NDEs. By comparing experiences across different cultures and belief systems, researchers can identify universal themes and unique variations. This comparative approach can reveal how deeply ingrained cultural narratives shape our interpretations of extraordinary experiences. Furthermore, longitudinal studies tracking individuals who have had NDEs can provide insights into the long-term impact of these experiences on their lives. Such studies can explore how NDEs influence personal beliefs, mental health, and overall well-being over time. They can also examine the role of social support and community in integrating these experiences into one's life. Interdisciplinary collaboration extends beyond academia. Engaging with practitioners, spiritual leaders, and those who have personally experienced NDEs can provide valuable first-hand insights. Their stories and reflections can inform and inspire scientific inquiry, ensuring that research remains grounded in the lived realities of individuals. The integration of science and spirituality in the study of near-death experiences invites us to embrace a holistic approach that honors the complexity of human existence. By harmonizing these perspectives, we can deepen our understanding of NDEs and their significance. Future research, driven by curiosity and collaboration, will continue to illuminate the profound mysteries of life, death, and the realms beyond. In this endeavor, we journey together, guided by both reason and faith, toward a fuller appreciation of the extraordinary experiences that lie at the heart of the human spirit. Reflecting on near-death experiences, we find ourselves standing at the threshold of two profound mysteries: life and death. These experiences offer us a unique vantage point from which to ponder the nature of existence itself. Near-death experiences, with their vivid encounters and transformative impact, challenge us to reevaluate our understanding of what it means to live and to die. Consider the profound peace and sense of unity often reported by those who have had near-death experiences. These individuals frequently describe a feeling of being one with the universe, a sense of returning to a source of infinite love and light. Such accounts invite us to reflect on the possibility that life and death are not stark opposites, but rather points on a continuum of existence. Death, in this light, is not an end, but a transition, a passage to another state of being. These reflections prompt us to reconsider our attitudes towards mortality. In many cultures, death is often viewed with fear and apprehension. Near-death experiences, however, suggest a different perspective, one that sees death as a natural and even welcome part of the human journey. This shift in understanding can have a profound impact on how we live our lives. If death is not something to be feared, but rather a doorway to another realm, we might find ourselves more willing to embrace life fully, with all its joys and sorrows, knowing that it is part of a greater, ongoing adventure. Encouraging viewers to reflect on their own beliefs and experiences, we recognize that each person's encounter with the mysteries of life and death is deeply personal. Near-death experiences serve as a powerful catalyst for such introspection, prompting us to ask fundamental questions about our existence. What do we believe happens after we die? How do our experiences and beliefs shape our understanding of life and death? These are questions that each individual must grapple with, drawing on their own insights and experiences. The influence of near-death experiences extends far beyond the individuals who have had them, permeating literature, art, and popular culture. These experiences, with their compelling narratives and profound implications, have inspired countless works of fiction, film, and art, each exploring the themes of life, death, and the possibility of an afterlife. In literature, near-death experiences have provided fertile ground for novelists and poets alike. From Dante's Divine Comedy, with its vivid depictions of the afterlife, to contemporary novels that explore the boundary between life and death, these experiences have sparked the imagination of writers across the ages. The themes of journeying through a tunnel of light, encountering divine beings, and experiencing a life review resonate deeply with readers, offering a glimpse into the profound mysteries that lie beyond our everyday existence. In the realm of film, near-death experiences have been a recurring motif, captivating audiences with their dramatic and often heartwarming depictions. Movies such as Flatliners, Heaven is for Real, and The Lovely Bones delve into the experiences of individuals who have glimpsed the afterlife, exploring the emotional and philosophical questions these encounters raise. These films not only entertain, but also provoke thought and discussion about the nature of existence and what lies beyond. Art, too, has been profoundly influenced by the themes of near-death experiences. Painters, sculptors, and visual artists have long been inspired by the imagery and symbolism associated with these experiences. The depiction of tunnels of light, ethereal landscapes, and encounters with celestial beings can be found in artworks spanning centuries, each piece reflecting the artist's interpretation of the journey beyond death. These visual representations offer a powerful medium through which to explore and express the ineffable qualities of near-death experiences. In popular culture, near-death experiences have become a topic of widespread interest and fascination. Television shows, podcasts, and online forums provide platforms for individuals to share their personal stories and for audiences to engage with these extraordinary accounts. This widespread exposure has helped to normalize the discussion of near-death experiences, making it a topic of mainstream interest and inquiry. The cultural impact of near-death experiences is significant, as it encourages society to engage with fundamental questions about life, death, and the afterlife. These experiences challenge us to broaden our understanding and to consider the possibility that there is more to existence than what we can perceive with our senses. They invite us to explore the spiritual dimensions of our lives and to seek meaning in the face of life's greatest mystery, death. In conclusion, reflecting on near-death experiences enriches our understanding of life and death, encouraging us to live more fully and with greater awareness of the profound mysteries that surround us. The cultural influence of these experiences highlights their universal appeal and their power to inspire, provoke thought, and foster a deeper appreciation of the journey we all share. As we continue to explore these experiences, we open ourselves to the possibility of new insights and a greater understanding of the human condition. As we draw our exploration to a close, let us revisit the key findings and themes discussed in this video. We embarked on a journey through the remarkable world of near-death experiences, examining personal testimonies that describe vivid encounters with a tunnel of light, reunions with deceased loved ones, and an overwhelming sense of peace. These narratives, rich with detail and emotion, provide a window into experiences that transcend our ordinary understanding of life and death. We delved into scientific perspectives, exploring physiological responses, neurological studies, and psychological theories. These investigations shed light on the brain's complex reactions during moments of extreme stress and near death, revealing how biochemical and neurological processes can produce the extraordinary experiences reported by those who have returned from the brink of death. We also considered the spiritual and theological interpretations of near-death experiences, comparing insights from Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and other religious traditions. These perspectives highlight how deeply personal and culturally influenced these experiences are, reflecting the diverse ways in which humanity understands and interprets the mysteries of life and death. Reflecting on the enduring significance of near-death experiences for understanding human existence, we are reminded of the profound questions they raise. These experiences invite us to consider the nature of consciousness, the possibility of an afterlife, and the interconnectedness of all life. They challenge us to think beyond the material realm and to contemplate the spiritual dimensions of our existence. Near-death experiences can serve as catalysts for personal transformation, deepening faith, and altering life's priorities. They remind us of the preciousness of life and the importance of living with compassion, gratitude, and a sense of purpose. These experiences also encourage us to keep an open mind, to embrace the unknown with curiosity rather than fear, and to continue seeking answers to the profound mysteries that define our human journey. We encourage you to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave comments sharing your thoughts and experiences. Your feedback is invaluable as we strive to explore these profound topics further. If you have suggestions for future videos or specific questions you would like us to address, please let us know. Together, we can create a community of inquiry and support, dedicated to understanding the deeper truths of our existence. Prayer for inner peace. O Lord, in the stillness of this moment, I seek your calming presence. The world around me is filled with noise and chaos, yet I yearn for the peace that only you can provide. Quiet my restless heart and soothe my anxious mind, that I may find rest in your unfailing love. Grant me the grace to let go of my worries and to trust fully in your divine plan. Help me to release the burdens that weigh heavily upon my spirit and to surrender my fears into your capable hands. Fill me with the serenity that comes from knowing you are in control, guiding my steps and holding me close. May your peace, which surpasses all understanding, guard my heart and mind. Teach me to be still and to listen for your gentle whispers, reminding me that I am never alone. In moments of doubt and uncertainty, draw me closer to you, anchoring my soul in the assurance of your steadfast presence. Empower me to be a vessel of your peace to others. Let my words be gentle and my actions be kind, reflecting the tranquility you have bestowed upon me. May I bring comfort to those who are troubled and share your love with those who are in need. As I navigate the challenges of this day, help me to remain grounded in your peace. Let it be my shield and my refuge, my source of strength and my reason for hope. In you, I find my rest and my restoration. Thank you, O Lord, for the gift of your peace. May it dwell richly within me, guiding my thoughts and actions and bringing glory to your holy name. Amen. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspirational content. Leave your comments below and let us know how this video has impacted your journey of faith. Until next time, may the peace of Christ be with you always.